Yo, welcome back my people. Kiwami Games here. Thank you for stopping by. And today we have weather painters in the monster type festival, and this video right here I dedicated it to spanking Labyrinth, and the only reason is because that's the only thing I literally faced in this festival. Like yeah, every now and then I might face like a Despia deck or something like that, or a Trickstar deck, but for the majority of the time it was nothing but Labyrinth. So I thought this would be a great video just to showcase this deck and how well it can perform against Labyrinth, the fan favorite right now. But yeah, I'll go over the deck list at the end of the video, so stick around if you would like to learn more about the deck and how it functions and you know what each of these cards do. So without further ado, let's just jump right into these spicy replays. I have a lot of great replays showing some great actions and showing what the deck can do. So yep, let's get into it. What's up my people, welcome to game number 1. And in this specific game, I wanted to showcase it because I thought it was a great duel to showcase just how well the deck can perform, even in the grind game. So I had a lot of stuff that was working against me. First is my opening hand, like I have nothing but spells and trap cards and no monster at all. So my opening hand is already kind of whack, but let's get it. So he's going to normal summon Ariana. I'm going to imperm that because I don't want him to search for the field spell or anything, you know, that he may need to further cripple me. Alright, so that thing gets negated, so now he's just going to set 2, and it's back to us. Alright, so we draw into a monster. I'm going to activate the field spell. The field spell is going to allow me to set a weather spell or trap card directly from my deck to my field. But before that, he's going to special summon the lovely Labyrinth, spinning back his Ariana. I'm going to set the snowy canvas, because this is sort of like our searcher for in the deck. And then he's going to activate lovely, popping my field spell. So yeah. And then after that, I activate the snowy canvas, getting my snowy to the field. I mean to my hand. Alright, now he's going to activate his big welcome in the graveyard. Alright, spinning back his own monster. And then the sun comes back to me. So I place him in the middle, and I place him in the middle so that I can have access to my back row, but right now it doesn't matter because my man has lightning storm. So bro, like this duel was just insane, man. Like I had so many things just working against me, but we still pulled through. So he completely wipes my back row. So in this deck, without the back row, like it just doesn't function at all. Alright, so now he smacks me for 1600 with the Ariana, so he's gonna set 2 and it's back to us. Alright, so the sun comes back. Okay, I'm gonna normal summon my snow, and the snow is my other starter, but he's got solemn judgment, bro. I needed my starter, bro, but it's all good. We still have another copy of the field spell, so I set down the snowy canvas, activating the sun, searching for the rain. So the rain allows me to bounce back a set card that he may have. And then the field spell has a second effect that it allows me to pretty much normal summon another weather monster from my hand. So pretty much I can have 2 normal summons in one turn. Okay, so I activate Rainy's effect, so I can spin back whatever back row he has set. Alright, and now our monsters come back to us. Okay, so he's going to normal summon Ariana, searching for the big welcome, setting down 1 spell or trap. And then with these 2 monsters, bro, he's going to go into the Nightmare Phoenix. Like, I feel like my opponent really knows how my deck works, so he's doing everything that he can to just get rid of my back row. Like, he made like that his priority to get rid of my back row. But the cloud has a second effect. Since one of my weather cards were sent to the graveyard, the cloud has a second effect that you can target 2 weather spell or trap cards in your graveyard, and then you can place them face up in your field. So I guess he didn't know that about the deck. And then using Rainbow, I'm able to special summon Aurora. So Aurora has the effect that she pretty much protects your back row. So my back row right now cannot be popped by any more cards. So he's going to set 3. I'm going to activate Rainy to spin back just one of his back rows. Alright, and then he's going to activate Welcome Labyrinth, getting himself the lady. Then he's going to activate Big Welcome, triggering his lady. Like, it's just insane, bro. This festival was just designed for Labyrinth. Alright, so he gets the Lovely out here. Then spinning back the Ariana. So the Lovely now is going to pop one of my back rows. So he's going to pop my Searcher. So now my weather cards come back. Alright, so we normal summon Thunder. And then Thunder has an effect that I can send one face-up continuous spell you control to the graveyard. And then you can place one weather spell or trap card from your deck directly to your field. And then remember Cloud, since one of my back rows left the field, I can bring it back. So now I activate Cloud, I bring back my Rainbow. Then I activate Thunder so that I can search for my field spell with the Snowy Canvas. Activate the field spell, setting this card, but I only set it so that I can go into my Link Summon. And now finally, bro, things are looking better for me. So we go into our boss monster. And then now I have two monsters pointed under her. So right now I have two Omni Negates. But I'm going to activate the field spell second effect, which allows me to normal summon another monster. So now I'm going to have three Omni Negates. Okay, so I activate the Thundery to spin back the Lovely. I'm going to activate the Rainy to spin back his back row. And then I'm going to activate the Thundery one more time to spin back the Big Welcome. But it's going to special summon itself, but this time I'm going to activate Aurora using the Rainbow's effect because it's an Omni Negate. So now I can negate the lady and I can destroy it. So I think it's negated and it gets popped. And then I can smack him for 2400. And he's going to hit me with evenly matched, bro. Like, I'm telling you, this game was just designed for me to lose. Like, I don't know what wrongdoing I did that the game just wanted me to lose so bad, bro. But anyways, we get our monsters back. So that's one Omni Negate, two Omni Negates, three Omni Negates. And our opponent is just going to give up. After all of that he put me through, bro, he's just going to give up. But that's Weather Painters, bro. I just really wanted to showcase this duel because I thought it was a great duel to showcase just how well the deck can perform if you don't lose your composure and if you know how to rotate your cards. But yeah, let's keep spanking these labyrinths. Let's go to the next rule. Alright, my people, welcome to the next replay. And this time around, our hand is actually not looking too bad. Okay, so we lost the coin toss, so we're going second. So he's going to normal summon Ariana. We're going to negate that with the Infinite of Permanence. Then he's going to special summon the Lady Labyrinth. Alright, and then he's going to set one back row and pass turn. Alright, now we top deck a Cosmic Cyclone, so that's always good. That's always good. Then we activate the map, paying half our life points just so that we can search for our starter. Okay, then using the Snowy spell, we can search for our field spell, activate the field spell, setting the Thundery. Then we can normal summon one more time via the field spell second effect. Then he's going to activate this Fair Welcome Labyrinth, which is going to negate my attack, and it's also going to pop my field spell. Okay, then he sets two back rows. So now I'm going to activate Harpy's Feather Duster, get rid of his two back rows. Alright, then set Cosmic Cyclone and we pass turn. Alright, and then our monsters come back to us. Okay, he's going to normal summon Ariane, getting himself Ariana. Ariana is going to search for the Welcome Labyrinth. Okay, then using those two monsters, he's going to make a Nightmare Phoenix. Alright, and then with the Nightmare Phoenix, he's going to pop my Searcher spell. Okay, then he's going to attack into my monsters, but the Thundery trap card is going to allow me to spin back the monster. Then he's going to special summon in. Then he's going to attack again with the Nightmare Phoenix. Then I'm going to activate Cosmic Cyclone, banishing the Welcome Labyrinth. Alright, and then our monster is going to come back to us. Alright, and then now we normal summon Aurora. Now, usually Aurora is a brick. You usually want to special summon her off of Rainbow. But this time around, she really came in handy. So when she is normal summoned, you can place one weather spell or trap card from your hand, deck, or graveyard face up in your spell and trap zone. So we're going to search for our Searcher field spell card. Okay, then using Thundery, we're going to spin back the Lady Labyrinth. Then we're going to activate the Snowy Canvas so that we can search for our field spell. Activate the field spell, sending down our Rainy. Use the field spell second effect so that we can normal summon the Sun. Alright, then again, our monsters come back to us. And then here our opponent, I don't know if he, I guess, might have bricked or whatever, or he gave up, or he doesn't want to hit the surrender button, so he's just going to pass turn. Okay, so then we search for the Cloud. Okay, then we activate the Snowy Canvas so that we can search for our second field spell. Normal summon the Cloud. Use the field spell to use our spell and trap cards so that we can link summon into our Rainbow. So now we have 3 Omni Negates. And then the Cloud is going to recycle those spell and trap cards that we use. Alright, so we can smack them up a bit. And then we're going to set our bounce back trap card. And then we pass turn. Activate the Thundery in the draw phase. Then our monster is going to come back. And he's not going to do anything again. I guess he wants to check out what my deck does. But anyway, so now we smack him, and that is game. Weather Painters for the win, bro. This deck is really fun. Alright, let's keep it moving. Alright, my people, welcome to game number 2. And in this specific duel, I wanted to showcase Moonbow. I wanted to put a spotlight on Moonbow because sometimes she doesn't get to shine as much. But just know that her quick effect is that you can banish this card, then target one monster your opponent control, banish it until the standby phase of the next turn. Alright, and then compared to our first duel, our hand is looking a little better. Alright, so we're going second again. Alright, he's going to do his Labyrinth stuff. Setting down a Welcome Labyrinth. The King Blackjack is going to activate. That's going to trigger the Lady. Alright, the Lady's going to special summon itself. Okay, then he's going to change the order of the cards of his deck. So it's back to us. I'm gonna go into evenly matched. And then here I thought this was funny, bro. So he's gonna start special summoning monsters. I don't understand why. I don't know what was the game plan over here. I don't know if it was to trigger a Lady, but anyway, so he's gonna set a Stormy Mirror Force. And then he's also going to normal summon Ariana. And then he's gonna spin back the Ariana, but then he's going to special summon another Lady. So now he's going to banish all of these cards. Like I don't know what was the game plan there, but whatever. So we activate Pot of Prosperity, banishing 6, so that we can look deep into our deck. But before that, you know, he's like a Tillerman player wannabe because he's not gonna let me play. He's gonna play on my turn. All right, so now we can look at our deck. What can we pull? And here I decide to go with the Cloud. So now I can set, well, before I can play again. So I'm going to activate Cosmic Cyclone just to banish that field spell. And then I'm going to activate my Snowy. This is my Searcher. Normal summon the Snow, getting myself the Rainy. Then activating the Snowy, getting myself the field spell. Then the field spell is going to allow me to set the Rainbow. Then I can activate the field spell second effect, which allow me to normal summon another monster. And then using the last effect of the field spell, I can use my 3 back rows to link summon into our boss monster. Alright, and then since some weather cards left the field, I can use Cloud to return them. So I target the Rainy and the Rainbow, and then I activate the Rainbow to special summon the Aurora. So now my back row is protected, but also now I can have some more monsters in rotation. So now I have 3 monsters in rotation. So this is 3 Omni Negates if he does activate anything. But he's actually smart, so he's going to attack into my boss monster. So now my Omni Negates are gone. But it's alright. So it's back to us. We draw another Cosmic Cyclone, so that's great. Okay, the Blackjack is going to activate again. Alright, he's in the middle and Rihanna. Alright, so now using these 3 cards, we're going to make Moonbow. And then once again, because one of my back rows left the field, I can bring the back with Cloud. So now I activate Cloud using the Snowy's effect to search for the snow. Then get the snow so that I can set the Thunderies directly to my field. And then I'm going to activate the Snowy so that I can bounce back. I'm sorry, so this right here, I activate Moonbow's effect so that I can banish the lady. And then now I can attack the Ariana and attack his life points. Alright, I'm gonna set Cosmic Cyclone. Then my monsters are gonna recycle back. Alright, and then his lady comes back too. Okay, then I activate again the Snowy using the Link's special effect so that I can banish the lady once again. Alright, he's gonna set this card right here, but I'm going to banish it with the Cosmic Cyclone. So now we run him out of resources, so his monster is gonna come back from the banish zone, but so does mine. And then immediately I re-banish it. Oh man, so this is how Moonbow works right here. So when your opponent is out of resources, you can use Moonbow to just toy with them, and that's just what I was doing. I was just pretty much toying with him at the end. But yeah, I just wanted to showcase Moonbow because she doesn't really get to shine as often. But yeah, let's keep it moving. Alright my people, let's get into the third replay. And our hand is actually looking pretty good finally. And we won the coin toss, yay. So we're gonna set down our Snowy, normal summon the Thunder, activate the Snowy, getting ourselves the snow. Use the field spell, set down the Thundery, activate the field spell so that we can normal summon again. And then we're gonna set the rainbow, and then that's all we wrote. Now here, usually since I already have 3 back rows, I usually would go into our Link summon. But the problem is, since I don't have Cloud on the field, then I just don't want to lose it. So that's why, if you want to play aggressive, that's one way to do it. You could just Link away and lose your back row, but I kind of like playing this deck a little more defensive and a little more sort of like a control stalling kind of deck, if you will. Alright, so now since our opponent has a monster on the field, I can activate Rainbow so that I can special summon a monster directly from my deck. So I special summon Aurora, so Aurora is gonna protect my back row from like destruction. Alright, he's gonna activate Big Welcome, special summoning the lady, bouncing back the Ariana. Then the Ariana is gonna trigger. Alright, and then he's gonna attack my Aurora, but my Thundery allows me to bounce back a monster. But he's gonna be able to special summon his monster again. Then he's gonna attack into my Snow, but I activate Snowy so that I can search for the Rainy. And then I'm just gonna take 1800 to the face. But no big deal, no big deal. So our monster comes back. He's gonna activate Welcome Labyrinth. And then that's gonna trigger his lady. And then he's gonna activate the Big Welcome in the graveyard to spin back my Thundery. Alright, so he gets himself a Ghastly Glitch. Alright, then Lovely comes out here, so she's gonna be able to pop a card. But first, I can get my monsters back in rotation. Alright, so here I activate the Rainy's effect so I can bounce back one of his back row. Okay, then I normal summon Snow, getting back my Thundery. Then I activate the Rainy Whelm again so that I can get rid of his back row. And then I normal summon, using the field spell, I normal summon Cloud. And then with the field spell, I was going to use 3 of my back rows to link away into one of my boss monsters. And then use Cloud's effect to recycle those back rows, and yeah. But our opponent, he decides to quit. He doesn't want the smoke. Alrighty. Alright my people, welcome to the deck list. Thank you all so much if you made it this far into the video. And if you did make it this far and you enjoyed today's video, then please take a second, hit that subscribe button. It would greatly help the channel out, and I would greatly appreciate you for the support. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get right into it. So we have 3 Weather Painter Snow. This card is pretty much your starter. You're always going to want to normal summon this card because this card is going to allow you to set a spell or trap card directly from your deck. So if it's turn 1, you're most of the time going to set this card as your starter, because this card right here then is going to allow you to get your field spell, and then from there you can pretty much pop off. Then we have three weather painted clouds. So this card is really amazing as well, because when another face-up weather card you control is sent to the graveyard, you can target up to 2 weather spell or trap cards in your graveyard, and then you can place them face up in your spell or trap zone. So whenever you're going to link summon using your spell and trap cards via the field spell, you always want to have cloud on the field so that you can recycle those cards that you use as material. And then we have 2 weather painted sun. If this card is in your graveyard, you can send 1 face up continuous spell or trap card you control to the graveyard, and then you can special summon it in defense position. This card is really great when you're playing it on the ladder, because sometimes you can run floodgates in this deck. So if there's a floodgate that you don't need anymore, you can use this graveyard effect to kind of get rid of that floodgate and then special summon itself. And then when he is special summoned, he can place 1 weather spell or trap card from your hand face up in your spell and trap zone. Then we run 3 weather painted thunder. So this card, you can send 1 face up continuous spell or trap you control to the graveyard. Then you can place 1 weather spell or trap from your deck face up in your spell and trap zone. So this card also with cloud on the field works really great, because let's say for example if you have this card on the field, you can send it to the graveyard. Then you can set like Thundery for example. Now because a card left the field, cloud is going to be able to recycle it. So this is kind of like how these monsters work hand in hand with each other. And then we have 1 Aurora. This is sort of like the only brick in the hand. You always want to kind of special summon her off of Rainbow. You never want to waste your normal summon on her. But pretty much when she is normal summoned, you can place 1 weather spell or trap card from your hand, deck or graveyard in your spell and trap zone. Also, she protects your back row, so your opponent cannot target the weather spell or trap cards you control with card effects. Also, they cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So she's really great to protect your back row. Then we run 2 Raiden as a kaiju. So yep, pretty much, you know, to kind of break boards. But running kaijus is also good in this deck, because with Thundery on the field, so this card right here allows your weather monster to pretty much bounce back a monster to the hand. So with this card you can bounce back the kaiju that you just gave your opponent, and then you can use it again to kaiju if they have like a second monster on the field or anything like that. And then we have 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, just because, you know, a lot of back row removal is really necessary in this event due to the amount of Labyrinth players. Then we have Pot of Duality, just to kind of help if we break any hand. So you can run 2 if you want, but the problem with Pot of Prosperity is that if you're able to set up your field, then you know you cannot special summon when you activate this card, so sometimes you're not going to be able to go into your boss monsters. And then we have 1 Pot of Prosperity to kind of dig into the deck with, again, this is just to kind of alleviate any bricked hands. Then we run 2 map. The map is gonna pretty much search for your snow. What sucks about this card is just the cost, bro. You gotta half your life points. That really sucks. Then we run 3 field spell. The field spell is really cracked. The field spell allows you to have 2 normal summons in 1 turn. It allows you to use your weather spell or trap cards as link materials. And yep, and then it can place a spell or trap card directly from your deck face up onto the field. Then we got 2 Dimensional Fissure, just because we don't really care about our graveyard. Then we got 3 Snowy Canvas, 1 Rainy Canvas. This card is going to allow you to bounce back a back row, like a spell or trap card that your opponent may have. Then we have Cosmic Cyclone, just to get rid of back rows. 3 Evenly Matched, because I have no luck in winning my coin toss. 3 Infinite Impermanence, 2 Thundery, and 1 Rainbow. And then for the extra deck, the only monsters that we really care about are our weather monsters. So we have 3 Rainbows. So this is pretty much your Omni Negate. As long as you have weather painters underneath her arrows, you'll have Omni Negate. And then we have 2 Moonbows. So Weather Painter monsters can pretty much activate her effects to banish a monster that your opponent may control, but they come back on the next standby phase. But yeah, that's pretty much Weather Painter. Is a really fun control deck, and I thought it was really great to run it in the festival. But yeah, that's all for me for today. Thank you all so much. Take care, enjoy your day, morning, evening, afternoon, and I shall see you on the next video.